Do you want your garden to look like it belongs in a high-end magazine, but without spending a small fortune? Well, you're in the right place. Today I'm sharing 10 garden thrift decor ideas that look expensive, but aren't. These ideas will completely transform your outdoor space, give it personality, and make it feel like a cozy retreat you'll never want to leave. Hi friends, welcome back to Golden Hours Garden. This is where we take ordinary backyards and turn them into extraordinary spaces, all while keeping things simple, affordable, and fun. Whether you're a seasoned gardener or just getting started, you are going to love today's list. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss any of our weekly garden inspiration videos. And stick around until the end. My favorite idea is number 10, and it's the one that will give your garden the biggest wow factor on the smallest budget. Idea number 1. Thrifted vintage chair planter. Idea number 1 is to turn a thrifted chair into a gorgeous planter. This is one of my favorite ways to add charm and character to a garden without spending a lot of money. All you need to do is head to your local thrift store, flea market, or even check online marketplaces for an old wooden chair. The more weathered, the better. Simply remove the seat, place a planter pot or wire basket in the opening, and fill it with flowers or trailing greenery. You can leave the chair rustic for a cottage look, or give it a fresh coat of outdoor paint to match your garden style. This instantly creates a focal point that draws the eye and gives your garden personality. What I love about this project is how flexible and affordable it is. You can use different chairs for different seasons, change out the flowers whenever you like, and even group 2 or 3 chairs together for a more dramatic statement. Plus, this is a great way to repurpose something that might otherwise end up in the trash. Not only does it save you money, but it's also sustainable and eco-friendly. With just a few dollars and a little creativity, you'll have a unique garden feature that looks high-end and makes your outdoor space feel extra special. Idea number 2. Mismatched teacup bird feeders. Idea number 2 is to turn mismatched teacups into whimsical bird feeders. Thrift stores almost always have stacks of lonely teacups and saucers for just a few cents each, and they're perfect for this project. All you need is a strong outdoor adhesive to glue the saucer to the bottom of the teacup, then attach the teacup handle to a chain, ribbon or copper wire to hang it from a tree branch. Fill the cup with birdseed, hang it up, and watch as little songbirds visit your garden. This simple DIY not only looks elegant, but also brings your garden to life with movement and sound. The best part about this idea is how customizable it is. You can mix and match teacup colors and patterns for a playful, eclectic vibe, or stick to classic white china for a more sophisticated look. You could even paint the cups in weatherproof paint to match your garden decor. These feeders make your garden feel welcoming and full of personality, and they create such a sweet moment for you to enjoy as you sip your morning coffee or spend time outside. It's a small, affordable touch that adds instant charm and makes your outdoor space feel truly curated. Idea number 3. Old ladder plant stand. Idea number 3 is to transform an old wooden ladder into a vertical plant stand. Thrift stores and garage sales are full of ladders that have seen better days, and this is a beautiful way to give them new life. All you need to do is sand it down to remove splinters, and then either stain it for a rustic look or paint it in a bold color to make it pop. Lean the ladder against a fence or wall, and place potted plants, herbs or succulents on each rung. You can mix sizes and textures of pots to create a layered designer look. This adds instant height and dimension to your garden, which makes even the smallest outdoor space feel lush and thoughtfully styled. This idea is also incredibly practical, because it helps you maximize space. If you have a small patio or balcony, vertical gardening is your best friend, and a thrifted ladder is one of the most affordable ways to do it. You can even switch out the plants seasonally, growing herbs in the spring, bright flowers in the summer, and mini pumpkins or mums in the fall. It's a low-cost project that brings a big impact, and can be done in an afternoon. Plus it's portable, so you can easily move it to different spots in the garden whenever you want to refresh your space. Idea number 4. Rustic window frame wall art. Idea number 4 is to repurpose an old window frame into stunning garden wall art. You can usually find old wooden windows at thrift stores, salvage yards, or flea markets for just a few dollars. Even if the glass is broken or missing, don't worry, the frame itself is the star of the show. Give it a quick sanding and either leave it rustic for that vintage charm, or paint it to match your outdoor furniture. Then hang it on a fence, the side of a shed, or even a blank garden wall to create an instant focal point. For an extra touch, you can add a mirror behind the frame to reflect light, and make your garden feel bigger and brighter. What makes this idea so special is how versatile it is. You can wrap fairy lights around the frame for a magical glow at night, or let a climbing plant like ivy or jasmine grow through it for a romantic old-world vibe. You could even turn it into a mini shelf by adding a small wooden plank along the bottom to hold tiny potted plants. This project looks custom and high-end, but costs very little to pull off. It's one of those decor pieces that instantly transforms a boring space into something that feels intentional and designed. Idea number 5. Vintage watering can fountain. Idea number 5 is to turn a vintage watering can into a charming garden fountain. Thrift stores are full of old metal watering cans, and this project gives them a whole new purpose. All you need is a small submersible fountain pump, which you can find online or at garden centers for a very reasonable price. Place the pump inside a large basin or bucket, run the tubing up through the spout of the watering can, and let the water cascade out as if it's always pouring. You can set the watering can on a thrifted stool, an old crate, or even a tree stump to give it some height. This creates a soothing water feature that instantly makes your garden feel more tranquil and high-end. This project is one of those budget-friendly ideas that feels luxurious because it engages multiple senses. Not only does it look adorable, but the gentle sound of trickling water creates such a calming atmosphere in your outdoor space. You can surround the base with stones, potted flowers or moss to give it a finished professional look. And the best part, you can easily switch it off or move it to a new spot whenever you like. For just a few dollars and a quick afternoon of work, you'll have a garden feature that looks like it came straight out of a boutique garden shop. Idea number 6. Mason jar solar lanterns. Idea number 6 is to turn thrifted mason jars into magical solar lanterns. Mason jars are one of the easiest things to find at thrift stores, and you can often buy them in bulk for just a few dollars. To make this project, simply pop a small solar light lid on top of each jar. These are inexpensive and easy to find online, or add a string of battery-operated fairy lights inside. You can leave the jars clear for a classic look, or paint them with frosted glass spray for a softer glow. Once they're ready, line them along a pathway, hang them from tree branches, or cluster them on your patio table to create a warm, inviting atmosphere. What makes this idea so beautiful is how customizable it is. You can use different sizes of jars to add visual interest, wrap them with twine or wire for a rustic farmhouse feel, or even add pressed flowers to the glass for a whimsical touch. They soak up sunlight during the day and come to life at night, giving your garden a magical glow without adding a penny to your electric bill. This is an easy project that anyone can do, and it instantly elevates the look of your outdoor space while keeping it cozy and welcoming. Idea number 7. Repurposed picture frames for vertical garden. Idea number 7 is to turn thrifted picture frames into stunning vertical gardens. Large sturdy frames are easy to find at thrift shops, and they can be transformed into living art pieces for your outdoor space. Remove the glass and backing, then staple chicken wire or hardware cloth to the back of the frame. Once that's in place, you can tuck in small air plants, succulents, or even moss to create a gorgeous living display. Hang the frame on a fence, shed, or exterior wall, where it becomes a true conversation piece. It's a simple way to bring greenery up onto your walls and make your garden feel lush and designed. The beauty of this project is how customizable it is. You can paint the frames to match your garden furniture, or leave them distressed for a rustic vibe. Mix and match frames of different sizes and shapes to create a gallery wall effect outdoors. This idea works especially well in small gardens or patios, where floor space is limited because it lets you grow plants vertically. For just a few dollars you get something that looks like high-end garden art, and you can refresh the plants anytime you like to keep the display looking new. Idea number 8. Charming garden bench from headboards. Idea number 8 is to turn thrifted headboards into a one-of-a-kind garden bench. This is such a clever upcycle project, and a great way to add cozy seating to your outdoor space without spending a fortune. Look for a sturdy wooden headboard and footboard at your local thrift store or flea market. With just a little cutting and assembling, you can turn them into the back and sides of a charming bench. Give the entire piece a coat of exterior paint or stain to protect it from the elements, then add some outdoor cushions or pillows for a soft, inviting touch. This transforms an overlooked piece of furniture into a focal point that feels custom-made. What makes this project so special is that no two benches will ever be exactly the same. Each one has its own character, depending on the headboard style you find. It's also an excellent way to add function to your garden because it provides a beautiful place to sit, relax, and enjoy all the other decor elements you've created. You can place it under a tree, near a flower bed, or even on a porch or patio. For just a few dollars and an afternoon of work, you get a bench that looks boutique quality and makes your garden feel warm and welcoming. Idea number 9. Upcycled kitchenware wind chimes. Idea number 9 is to create whimsical wind chimes from thrifted kitchenware. Old spoons, forks, muffin tins, and even small pots can be transformed into charming hanging decor with just a little creativity. All you need is some fishing line, twine or thin wire to string the pieces together, and a sturdy base like a thrifted wooden ring, a branch or a metal hoop to hang them from. When the wind blows, the pieces gently clink together, creating a soothing melody that brings life and movement to your garden. It's an inexpensive way to add both visual and auditory interest, making your outdoor space feel magical. The beauty of this project is in its versatility. You can mix and match different metals, sizes and shapes to create a unique chime that reflects your personal style. You could even paint the pieces with weatherproof spray paint to add pops of color or a rustic finish for a vintage vibe. Hang your wind chimes from tree branches, pergolas, or even above your garden bench, and they instantly become a conversation starter. This project costs very little but delivers a big impact, combining creativity, sound and charm to elevate your garden decor. Idea number 10. Thrifted basket hanging planters. Idea number 10 is to turn thrifted baskets into beautiful hanging planters. Old baskets are incredibly affordable at thrift stores, and with just a little creativity, they can become stunning focal points in your garden. Line the inside of each basket with coconut fiber, burlap or moss to hold soil. Then plant cascading flowers, trailing ivy, or even colorful annuals. Use sturdy chains or rope to hang them from tree branches, pergolas, or hooks along your porch. This creates a layered, lush look that instantly makes your garden feel curated and high-end, all while staying budget-friendly. What makes this idea so versatile is that you can hang the baskets at different heights to create depth and dimension, or cluster several together for a dramatic display. You can swap out the plants seasonally for fresh color and texture throughout the year, keeping your garden vibrant and ever-changing. These hanging baskets are not only visually appealing, but also free up ground space, making them perfect for small patios, balconies, or any garden corner that needs a touch of charm. With just a few thrifted baskets and a little effort, you can achieve a look that feels luxurious without spending a fortune. Wow, look at all the incredible transformations we just shared. From vintage chair planters to whimsical teacup bird feeders, each of these thrifted decor ideas proves that you don't need to spend a fortune to make your garden look luxurious. The best part is that every single project is affordable, easy to do, and completely customizable to match your style. I hope you're feeling inspired to start hunting for thrifted treasures and turning them into stunning garden features of your own. Remember, gardening is all about creativity and joy. Even small touches like a mason jar lantern or a repurposed basket can completely change the atmosphere of your outdoor space. Don't be afraid to experiment, mix styles and add your personal flair. Your garden is your canvas, and these ideas are just the beginning of what you can create. If you enjoyed these budget-friendly garden decor ideas, make sure to hit that like button and share this video with a friend who loves gardening. Comment below and tell me which idea you're excited to try first. I love seeing your creative projects. And don't forget to subscribe to Golden Hours Garden and tap the notification bell so you never miss our weekly DIY and garden inspiration videos. Your garden doesn't have to cost a fortune to look fabulous.